Hey guys, here we go for our first blocking rehearsal, starting with page 69 and 70. So guys, I've written down all of this blocking on a PDF. You can find that PDF in the description below. Click there and you'll be able to open up a page of the script that shows this blocking written down. It also shows you where to stand when you're on the candy boat. During this scene, the main characters that are part of the factory, Willy Wonka, Veruca, Salt, Mrs. Beauregard, Violet, Mike, Miss TV, Charlie, and Grandpa Joe are coming in from downstage left and walking over to center stage. When you come in, Willy Wonka will come in first, entering from downstage left, and will stop stage left of the boat. Now the boat will be a set piece that is on stage at center that all of you are able to get on. Veruca, Salt, Mrs. Beauregard, Violet, Mike, Miss TV, Charlie, and Grandpa Joe, you will enter in after Willy Wonka and come over to the boat. You'll see where you should sit on the boat by this picture here. Wonka is coming in and stopping at center stage, right beside the boat, which will be here. He then says his line, "We are now going to make the next part of our journey by boat. Please step up and in. Watch your step." As he says that, Mrs. Beauregard, Violet, Mike, Miss TV, Charlie, and Grandpa Joe should be getting onto the boat. Violet is eyeing the boat like, wow, it looks so pretty. It tastes like candy, I'm sure. She goes to kiss the side of the boat, but Willy Wonka says, "Violet, do not lick the boat. You'll only make the ship sticky." Then everyone gets onto the boat except for Veruca and Mr. Salt, who are standing next to Willy Wonka. Veruca says, "Excuse me, Mr. Wonka, but I just love your hat. It really sets off your eyes. But of course, you have great taste. I know, I would simply adore a pink candy boat, and maybe one of those sweet little Oompa Loompas." Violet, from the boat, says, "Brown noser." Wonka looks at Violet. While Wonka is looking away, Veruca sticks out her tongue. When Wonka turns back around, Veruca says, "Mr. Wonka, did you hear me? I said I want a pink candy boat and an Oompa Loompa." Mr. Salt, who is standing behind, says, "Name your price, Wonka." Wonka says, "A bad parent says what?" Coughing as they say that. Salt says, "What?" Wonka says, "Exactly." Gestures towards the boat, Veruca and Salt will go and stand on the boat with everybody else. Wonka then comes to the center of the boat and takes the ship's wheel. Mrs. Beauregard says, "Where are you taking us?" Then we begin the song, "There's No Knowing." Okay, for the song, "There's No Knowing," I have this kind of crazy idea, but it's definitely gonna work. So in the center of the stage, there will be the boat. That's where all of those characters will be sitting in and singing the song. It's up to you to learn your part of the song. There are lots of little solos and such, so make sure you're listening to it. I'll include the entire song in just a second, both with music and without. The characters will be sitting on the boat. You're gonna be acting like you're scared because Willy Wonka is trying to show everybody kind of like their darkest and biggest fears. So as you're sitting on the boat, you're gonna pretend that the ship is rocking. Willy will be at front, steering the boat, singing the song. Then what's gonna happen is, from each of our entrances, and we have 4 different entrances, a certain Oompa Loompa, and we'll assign those when we're back together. It shouldn't take long to teach. A couple of different Oompa Loompas each will hold on to some giant tentacles. Now, tentacles are kind of like what an octopus has, okay? So I want it to look like a kraken is taking over the ship. So these giant tentacles will stick outside of each of the entrances. 2 Oompa Loompas will control the tentacle as if a giant sea monster is coming over and taking over the ship. Then from up top, where the kind of top level is, you can sort of see it like right here, there will be a giant head a scary head of the Kraken or the giant octopus that's taking over the ship. So it'll flip up and it'll look like its head is up there and all of its tentacles are coming in from different entrances. The tentacles will grab onto the boat and eventually Charlie will fall off of the boat stage right and Grandpa Joe will fall off of the boat stage left. They'll grab onto one of the tentacles and they'll twist themselves up as if they're being attacked by this monster. And then the song is over. So we'll be able to work that song when we're back together, but for now, make sure that you're going over it and that you know how to sing it all the way through and practice your
scared faces. What's happening? Ah! There's no knowing where we're going. There's no earthly way to know. So we're simply to and froing, slowly getting vertigo. To the south, the wind is blowing. To the north, there may be snow. To the west, the moon is glowing. To the east, a cock may crow. Since we show no sign of slowing, someone must know where we are, but no destination showing, so it's all a bit bizarre.
Though our mood is easygoing,
like a game of tic-tac-toe,
we must cease this dilly-dallying,
shilly-shallying to and fro.
It's no mystery where we're going, unlike Edgar Allan Poe. Quite apart from our not knowing, it's the only place to go.
All right, it's time for today's rehearsal challenge. The song There's No Knowing features an underwater kraken that tries to take over the ship and ends up wrapping up Charlie and Grandpa Joe. For today's challenge, for 500 points, send us a picture that you create. You can draw, you can paint, you can color your version of a scary underwater creature that might take over the ship. Once again, thanks guys and happy rehearsing.